Friday here on Street Signs. Okay, let's get back to O now. And if she isn't already in a chocolate coma, she's out on location.
They won't let me touch it.
Where they attempted, they tried to break a world record, a Guinness World Record, is that right? For world's tallest chocolate fall, is that right?
Chocolate fall. This behind me is the Calibo chocolate fall. It's 8.5 meters. The previous record was what, 7.9, 7.8 in terms of meters. So this is a big one, but they won't let me near it yet, Martin. I'm still working on that. I am lucky enough though to have with me here Danny Colver. He's the Vice President of Gourmet for Barry Callebaut right here in Singapore. Now, talk to me about the fountain, first of all. Yeah. 8.5 meters.
It's
and
amazing.
You were only stopped by the roof, right?
Yeah. We used to say sky is the limit, but actually today the ceiling has been the limit for it. Yeah.
The roof's the limit. But you made it, right? You're now in the Guinness Book of Records.
Yeah, we are in the books of record, and I'm very, very proud to have it here in Singapore. You know, Singapore likes to shine in the world, and I think I'm very proud to participate to that with Callebaut, and especially in Asia Pacific, which is a very important region for us. So the growing region for the chocolate consumption. So yeah, great opportunity.
It's actually growing exponentially, isn't it? In particular in areas like China.
Yeah, it's not only China. The whole Asia Pacific region is growing. The last 6 months, the growth has been around 9% in Asia Pacific, while the overall growth in the world is about 3.4. So really see the Asia Pacific region going ahead of the race. And that's why we are here. That's why we are developing our operations. And we support such initiatives which are really promoting the chocolate and the pleasure of chocolate.
Well, this is a wonderland, right, where we are right now, of chocolate and pastries and all of my very, very much favourite things. Yeah, but you won't let me near it. You won't let me near the fountain.
Oh.
On a more serious note, let's talk about cocoa prices first of all. I mean, we've talked about this a fair bit on the show. They have been increasing. Hershey's has come out and said they're increasing prices by 8%. How is that impacting your business?
Well, the reason why we are talking about prices now is because, you know, the growing demand is putting some tensions on, you know, balancing demand and supply. And for Barry Callebaut as a leading supplier in the world, yeah, it's a, I would say, a big and important challenge for the future. So to, I would say, mitigate that, we work closely with the farmers to develop sustainable farming in order to improve the yields every year. So again, we are working, I would say, to anticipate the situation where the growth of chocolate will become bigger and bigger year on year.
You supply to some of the majors, for example, Cadbury's. Yeah. Are you lifting your prices?
I cannot answer specifically for this customer or another. We are just trying to, I would say, mitigate as much as possible the impact we have. And again, that's the power of being, I would say, a leading company and working closely with the farmers. So that's the way we are doing it.
Just on another fairly serious issue, one of the biggest producing regions for cocoa is actually the Ivory Coast. And of course, there's a lot of concern about the Ebola virus when you talk about the Ivory Coast. There's been some research done, but not a huge amount. I mean, what is the risk, or is there even a risk of contamination?
So there is not. There is not. The Ebola virus cannot be transmitted through the food consumption and not through the chocolate consumption at all. So that's why it should be no concern. And for our operation as well, no changes at this time. We are monitoring the situation very closely. We have some contingencies planned if in case something would happen, but no, I would say no worries at this stage.
Now, Denny, you are focused on the Asia-Pacific region. From what you've heard from your counterparts within the company, what are the flow-on effects, or are there any flow-on effects for you, being based, the overall company being based in Europe, from the situation, the geopolitical situation with Russia and Ukraine? Because we're hearing that Switzerland is actually exporting more to Russia because of the sanctions, but there is pressure coming on countries like Switzerland. Obviously, you're based in, or you were founded in Belgium, but countries like Switzerland to actually reduce some of that.
I'm sorry, I cannot answer to that. Again, I'm looking after the Asia Pacific region, and again, this is something where I don't think we have been impacted, but I cannot answer.
We are very happy that you and your 8.5 meter tall chocolate fountain is in the Asia Pacific region, believe me.
And you know, it's all about, I mean, having good time with, you know, chocolate again is all about enjoyment. I think it's having a chance to participate to such an event is really, really great. And especially fit with what the message we want to convey with our brand, which is about inspiring chocolatier to new heights of creativity. So it's really a good example of what we can do with chocolate. I'm sure you know the chocolate consumption is very low still in Asia Pacific. Yeah. So we still believe we have a lot to do to promote chocolate consumption. So again, such event is a great opportunity to show that.
It's a great way to do it. Yeah. Very original, very creative as well. All right, Denny, perfect to have you with us. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, thank you.
Martin, I'm still going to try and get a little bit closer. I really am. I'm going to do my best, and I'll see what I can bring back for you.
I don't know how you do it. Impulse control. If it were me, I'd be like ripping off my clothes and trying to dive in there. You know?
that's why I'm here and you're there. That's exactly the reason.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, you're much better at this than I am. Excellent. Thank you so much, Oil there, down at the Marina Bay Sands. Okay.